Alright guys, just doing a quick little update video on my power boxes here. As I had mentioned in my other video, the battery I was using in this one, the battery tender, I was pretty sure was pretty much marketed as being a starting battery. So I wanted to switch over to something that was deep cycle. So basically all I did, this is pretty much the same, just took out the little charger pigtail and the extra 12 volt socket to USB. So all I did was swapped it with the Ampere Time. Sorry, I gotta find my box here. Ampere Time 12 volt, 12 amp hour, deep cycle battery. Fits in this box just perfectly. Just used a couple of little pigtail spade adapters. The one comes from the charge port here, the XT60. Into there, and then the other ones feed all of the power outputs on the front. So basically that is finally upgraded and ready to use, so we will be using that one. And then on the big one here, I did a couple little updates. I added some LED lights on either side, so that basically if we got a power outage, whatever, I can set this on the counter or table or whatever and just basically provide some ambient lighting. On the inside, if you remember my other video, I had this thing hardwired into the fuse box, and I thought it was just kind of a little bit of a pain. The wires were always getting tangled and stuff. So what I did is I swapped them out, put on XT60s. I have XT60 adapters for my solar panels. I've got a little 20 watt and a 50 watt panel back there that I can use when I'm out and about camping or whatever. So basically this XT60 can plug right into the XT60 on the side. You can see it pops on right away. Tells you your voltage, and then obviously just plug in your solar panels and away she goes. And then this still just tucks right in here. Just tuck those down out of the way. The other thing I did is I rewired a little bit up here. I switched this center one is now what runs the LED lights, and this one here is now what runs the LEDs on the speakers. So at least the stereo and speaker stuff is closer together. These are the lights, 12 volt, and the USB outputs. So that's what we did for that one. So now it's a little bit easier to get in and out of here. Nothing's kind of tied into the box. I can also basically take this out, use it elsewhere if I need to, because it is a decent little charger for a PWM. The other thing I did is I just added this little bag here that just has a little USB extension cable. It's got USB-Cs, USB mini Bs, a lightning cable, all of that for whatever charging I might need. The other thing I did do in here is I did swap those that XT60 on the outside. I swapped them to, I believe these are, is this 10 gauge or 8 gauge? This is 10 gauge, and I put in one of the self-resetting 50 amp fuses, and I just covered it with some heat shrink just so that these posts on that thing don't get covered. I wanted to cut them off, but didn't get around to it. So anyway, that's in there. Those are all protected. This little guy just rides right here on the top. It also has my spare fuses in there for the fuse box. So basically just makes everything a little bit better. Upgraded the wiring and everything for the XT60 out here, so it can also handle my 20 amp wall charger if I need to, as well as whatever else I want to feed off of it. My sine wave inverter off the back plugs in, as I showed in the other video. Anyway, just thought I would go over those couple of little updates I'd mentioned in the other video that I wanted to get those updated, and a couple little upgrades to those. So just thought I would do a quick little video and show that. I am trying to come up with some more content to drop with some other videos, along with these power boxes and stuff that I do. I'm also into prepping and survival and any of that kind of stuff. Also, I am a holster maker by trade. I'm a Kydex holster maker, hence my channel name. That's also my company name. So I may do some videos on some holster stuff if any of you guys are interested. And I might do some survival videos or survival kits, first aid kits, you know, all that kind of stuff, product reviews, depending on, I mean, I know there's a million other channels that do it, but why not toss mine out there too? So if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know. The first one I had thought about doing was my IFAK that I keep on my shooting belt. I thought maybe that would be kind of interesting to some of you guys. It's not kind of the traditional IFAK. It was built for me by a good friend of mine who went through everything with me and kind of showed me what all's in there and so on and so forth. And we put it together ourselves. I was able to buy most everything individually and put it together. So I may go over that with you guys as my next video. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one.